If you want to hit $100,000 months in your coaching and course business in 2025, but you're struggling right now, you need to stop relying on Instagram, TikTok, or any platform that makes you chase views like a hamster on a wheel. Hang with me for a second, because the real money, it's actually on YouTube. I learned this the hard way. So I want to tell you a story. Back in 2023, I had built a multi-million-dollar coaching business, averaging $300,000 a month in sales. We were running thousands a day in Facebook and Instagram ads. But suddenly, the quality of the leads dropped off a cliff. Ad costs skyrocketed and lead quality plummeted, meaning most leads had no idea who I was, and they weren't even the right demographic for our program. When they got to the sales call with my team, they were not qualified at all. And that's even if they showed up at all. So I knew something had to change. Fast forward to later in 2024, through a lot of testing, trial, and investment and research, I uploaded a simple YouTube video like this. Nothing fancy, just me sharing how I built a successful coaching business. And the calls started rolling in. But here's the kicker. They weren't just any calls. These leads were high intent buyers. They came ready to buy. And then a big light bulb went off. What if this was exactly what I had been ignoring, but the key to building my business sustainably the whole time? That video that I posted was only 11 minutes and I had only 500 subscribers at the time. Yes, I had built a multi-million-dollar successful online business and I only had 500 followers on YouTube. Admittedly, I was completely intimidated by YouTube and I just never focused time and energy there. So at first, I thought it was a fluke. I mean, how could my little channel actually bring me high quality leads and clients who were buying? But I wasn't going to equate one video's success with sustainable success. But then it happened again and again. And suddenly I realized YouTube was doing something that no other platform was doing. It was bringing in high intent, resourced buyers who were already warmed up and ready to invest. And that's when everything changed. So if you're still stuck dancing in front of the camera to a trending sound for a 60-second reel, then I want you to listen really closely, because in this video, I'm going to share two things. Number one, why you need to start posting content to YouTube to completely shift your lead quality and sales. And number two, what content to actually post so that you stand out and create desire and demand in the high intent buyers that are already on YouTube. And that's even if you have a tiny channel. By the end of this video, I want you to feel prepared to post your first or next YouTube video, knowing it will work to get you in front of high ticket premium clients ready to work with you. So let's start with, why is YouTube superior? Let me explain it to you. YouTube attracts buyers, not just scrollers. The problem with Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook is that people are mindlessly scrolling. They're there for entertainment, distractions, and dopamine hits. But YouTube, people come here mostly with a purpose. They're actively searching for solutions to their problems. And that means they're way more likely to buy from you, because someone who takes the time to watch a 15-minute video is way more invested than someone who double taps an Instagram reel and forgets about it 2 seconds later. Number two, YouTube content works for you continuously 24/7. Unlike social media posts that die in 24 hours. One of the biggest mistakes I made early on was thinking that I needed to constantly create new content, like new stories that expire in 24 hours and new posts to stay relevant. So I would just get some engagement for a day or two and then poof, it was gone. But YouTube, it's a search engine. Your videos don't disappear after a day. They compound over time. The algorithm actually works for you and gets you more videos in front of this person. So instead of exhausting yourself with endless short form content, focus on creating high quality, long form YouTube videos that rank and bring you consistent leads on autopilot. And you might be thinking, how do I create high quality content that attracts and converts? Well, I will get to that in a second. So number three reason YouTube is superior It actually positions you as the expert, not just another social media coach. So a little story, as of the first of this year, I made some big changes to my diet. I took out alcohol, I took out most refined carbs, and I started focusing a lot more on increasing my protein. So I was searching online for recipes, and suddenly I started getting reels in my Instagram and Facebook feeds of mostly 40-something-year-old women dancing or lifting weights with a hook caption and dancing to a trending sound telling me to read the comments if I want her results. There were hundreds of these. I could scroll and scroll for days and keep getting someone new with the same-ish hook directing me to the comments to read the solution to this. Now, I have respect for anyone trying to build their business, but as a resourced buyer, I would never think to hire one of these people if I wanted personalized help. And that is because I perceive such a low barrier to entry to create 60-second B-roll reels with a hook. I would only be impressed by someone who took time to create real value in a video like this. Now, I don't think I'm the only one. Let's be real. Coaching is a crowded space. Everyone is a coach now. And if you're just posting the same motivational quotes and 60-second talking head videos dancing to a trending sound like everyone else, you're blending in. You sound like everyone else. You're not standing out. But long-form YouTube content allows you to demonstrate true expertise. It's hard to fake it in a 15-minute, well-structured video where you break down strategies, provide case studies, and actually teach something. And when people see you as the expert, they trust you enough to invest thousands of dollars in your high-ticket offer. The key is to create content that educates and pre-sells. These types of longer form videos build trust fast, which is exactly what you need in order to sell high ticket coaching. The fourth reason you need to leverage YouTube is that YouTube brings you high intent, resourced buyers who are ready to invest. Here's the biggest difference between YouTube and every other platform. It brings you people who already have the money and the intent to buy. On Instagram, you'll get a ton of people who love your content but ghost you when it's time to invest. On TikTok, you could go viral, but you're gonna attract a bunch of people who aren't even in your target market. But on YouTube, the people who watch your videos are actively searching for a solution, meaning they're mentally and financially ready to invest. So now you're probably thinking, what kind of content do I create, Tara, that will actually create high intent, resourced buyers who are ready to buy? So your YouTube strategy should focus on high intent topics to resonate and attract high intent buyers. These aren't just random topics. These are buyer driven searches. So think about what your buyer is actually searching for. Analyze the search results when you actually do the search, and then analyze that channel's most popular videos, titles, and thumbnails. Here's the easiest script for creating engaging videos. You start with a hook. You don't start with your name and your qualifications. And then you tell a story, and then you teach, and then you invite them to do something. All right, you need to inject your personal story and unfiltered opinions to make yourself stand out. People don't just buy information, they buy perspectives from people. If you homeschool your kids, if you quit alcohol, you have strong religious beliefs, weave that into your content. It makes you memorable and magnetic to the right audience. Yeah, you risk turning some people off, and that's okay. In fact, that's what you want, because that means you've just resonated deeply with your people. And the third thing is you want to create contrarian content. If everyone in your niche is saying the same thing, be the one who questions it. What's the mainstream advice that you actually disagree with? What's working for you that isn't talked about enough? What do you think is missing from the mainstream conversation? So an example would be like why I don't use Instagram for lead generation and what I do instead. or most business coaches sell this lie. Here's the truth, right? Like these are ways to evoke curiosity and give real value. The easiest way to stand out is to be the version of yourself that people actually don't expect. And they don't want someone who copies everyone else. So my suggestion to you is get on YouTube now before everyone else figures this out. If you're serious about scaling to 6-figure months in 2025, YouTube is the only platform you should focus on. It attracts buyers, not just scrollers. It gives you content that works 24/7 and for years to come. It positions you as the authority. It brings in high intent, resourced buyers, and it lets you scale predictably without using paid lead generation if you don't want to. I wish someone had told me this sooner, but now you have the roadmap. The only question is, are you going to actually use it? So if you want to learn how I can help you start or scale and get more high ticket clients with your channel, then click the description below. And you might like this video next, how I made 6.3 million coaching, so you can just copy me.